Hey, what's up, guys? This is Cheng here again. So this time, today's daily challenge problem number 1220, count vowels permutation. So you're given like an integer n. Your task is to count how many strings of length n that can be performed under the following rules. Right. So the strings only consisting of a, e, i, o, u, 5 vowels characters, and then for each vowel, there's a rule, right? Basically, if the current one is a, then the next one is this, right? So for E, there's a different rule. For I, there's this rule, right? So on and so forth. And then do the modular in the end. So example 1 here, right? We have this one. The answer is 5. But for 2, we have 10 because we have to follow each of the current one. We have to follow this rule, right? And then, so that's that. Right, so this one is pretty straightforward actually, right? This is definitely like a dynamic programming problem because it's obviously we have two state we need to specify here. So the first one is that basically we have the first one is the index, right? And then the second one is the what? Is the previous is the last character, right? So that's a two state. Basically, given the index, given the current index, and what is the last character, the ways, the numbers of ways that we can form, right? Starting from this state is fixed, right? That's why we can use this toState to uniquely identify a state, and then we simply just use this one to memorize the state. And then from each state, the state transition function obviously is that based on the last character, we need to do things accordingly, right? And then in the end, when I is reach the end, right, the last one, then that's when we need to return 1 because that 1 means that we have find a permutation. Sorry, not a permutation. We have find a permutation. Okay, so it's pretty straightforward. Let's start coding then. So for me, I use the top down because I figure out top down is more intuitive for me. WI last character, right? LRU cache none. So if I is equal to n, we have 1, return 1, right? And then we have the answer equal to 0. So here we simply just have 5 e-files here to handle each case. This one is A, right? A is what? We can only follow by E, right? So that's why, it's going to be the dp of I plus 1 dot E, because that's going to be the last one, right? Else if what? Else if, let me copy this one. If it's E, right? I'm going to, what is E? E, we're going to have like by A and I, right? So we have A, and then we have I. Right. Second one is I. The next one is I. So I may not be followed by I. So which means that we have 4 options here, right? So which means A, E, and OU, right? And O and U. Okay. Then the next one is O, right? So for O we have what? We have I or U. So that's either I or U. And the last one, right, is U. So when it's U, it can only be followed by A, right? So that's that. We simply return the answer to the modular, right? So we have modular is going to be the 10, this one, okay, and then return, right? When we return, we're only considering the second, starting from the second one, because we didn't consider when the last character is equal to empty, right? Which means I'll simply do this one basically, 1 dot A, right, plus I'm doing some repetitive works, A, E, I, O, U, right? I'll just manually do this. I O U, right? And then do a modular in the end. That's it. Okay. E is A and I, right? And I is A E O U. What is this? Oh, yep, cool. There you go, right? So pretty straightforward. And time complexity, right? So we have n here. It's gonna give me a n times what? Last character times 5. Sorry, n times 5. Because here is the like all constant operations. That's why the time complexity in total is O of n. Yep, I think that's it, right? So it's pretty straightforward. I'm not sure why this one is marked as hard. To me, it's more like a medium problem. But anyway, so I think that's pretty much it is. You know, I believe you can also do it in bottom up DP, but I just figured that top down is more intuitive to me at least. Cool. I think that's it. Thank you for watching this video, guys, and stay tuned. See you guys soon. Bye bye.